Now, with this video, do things a little bit different. We're going to count from 10 all the way up to number 1. And this is just my personal top 10. You know, everyone has their own, but I think these are more standout Marvel Legends of 2020 that Hasbro has come and graced us with. So, to top it all off, we have at number 10, Marvel Legends X-Men Fox, 20th Century Fox, X-Men Wolverine. This figure came out pretty good. I like the detail, attention to design on it. I mean, this is Hugh Jackman at his finest. You know, when you see him with this jacket is really recognizable as far as when the movie came out years ago. But, yeah, I think Marvel Legends did a good job with this figure. So this is our number 10, Wolverine. 20th Century Fox Wolverine. Next up, for number 9, we have Hawkeye. Old Man Hawkeye. Yes, this is a great figure. It gave you 2 head sculpts. It came in a 2-pack along with the Old Man Wolverine with the Baby Hulk. I think this figure came out very good. When I saw it at the comic convention, I really enjoyed the fact that they had given us now pinless technology with the figures. It came out really good. Actually, a lot of people I've seen that's been posting this figure has been taking the other head sculpt and actually putting it on different figures, which is really good. It's a universal head sculpt. You usually work with a lot of your X-Men teams. My personal favorite I like to use it with is Magneto. But yeah, this figure came out excellent. This is another great job from the guys at Hasbro. They did a great job with this figure. This is number 9, Hawkeye. Next up in the top 10 Marvel Legends countdown, we have at number 8, Pyro. Finally, we got Pyro. All we now need is Toad and I think 2 other members of the Brotherhood of Mutants to join Magneto, leader of the mutants. This figure came out pretty good. I like this figure. It's very comic accurate. Not that comic accurate, but I mean, this is like a modern take on this particular character. It came with 2 different head sculpts. Could have used better flames, but we're not even going to talk about that right now because, you know, Hasbro and their antics. But yeah, all in all, I really enjoyed this figure. I'm very happy we got this figure. Wasn't really high up on my list, but I mean, when you gotta finish off some teams, it's really good that Hasbro did give us this figure finally. Been a while. I know there was a figure that was released before this in the Toy Biz era, but this one has better joints, better hip articulation. Overall, a very nice figure. So this is Pyro at number 8. Coming in at number 7, we have Storm, Classic Storm, or some people like to call it Bikini Storm, Swimsuit Storm. But yes, this is the classic Aurora. Very happy to have this figure. This is also the same costume that she wore in the Giant Size X-Men. They also re-released the Giant Size X-Men as well with new artists. Same story, but new artists. You could probably pick that book up on Amazon, but I'm not here trying to sell that. I'm just here to show you this amazing figure. She did come with 2 different capes, and she did, I think, come with some electric effects as well. Really happy that Hasbro gave us this figure, even though who she was packed with wasn't really good. Oops. But, yeah. Very happy that we got this figure. This is Aurora Storm, Classic Storm, coming in at number 7. Now, if anybody remembers that classic cover of SpiderMan and Deathlock, well, here you have it. This is Cyborg Spider-Man. Yes, I did not know I needed this figure until it came out. I was actually surprised. I think it was leaked first online before we actually seen it. But overall, I'm happy we got this figure. I've seen some cool customs that a lot of cats are doing. Shout outs to you guys. You guys do an amazing job. But you know that anytime we make customs, Hasbro's going to come along and give us the actual figure anyway. But I'm happy we got this figure. It was an exclusive release at Target. And yeah, coming in at number 7, we have Cyborg Spider-Man. And before we finish off this list, these are some honorable mentions. We have Nimrod. Nimrod pretty much was in a 3-pack. He was along with Psylocke and Phantom X. Really didn't care too much about Phantom X. I really don't know the character. I have to read the story, which I do have to read. I'm pretty backed up on comics, but I'm definitely going to read it. But here we have some honorable mentions. Him. Next up, we have him, also known as Venom. This is a really good figure, even though it was a bath in the previous waves. I'm still happy that we got a bigger Eddie Brock. I've seen the Mafex Venoms. I've seen other company Venoms, but honestly, Venom is always a pretty big dude. I'm pretty sure we're going to get another Venom eventually, possibly from the SpiderMan animated series. But yeah, Venom, definitely an honorable mention. He almost made the list, but I really didn't want to include him because we already got this bath last year. And next up, we have Peter Parker. Yes, I know. It's a basic plain figure. Doesn't really have all of the athletic articulation that you would come to known as for Marvelous, but I like this figure. I'm happy we got this figure. This is the OG Peter Parker. Not modern Peter Parker, OG Peter Parker with the all-white specs. Yes, he's also in my honorable mention. Didn't make the list, but I'm glad they gave him to him. This is Peter Parker. If you made it this long, I really appreciate all the people who are watching this video right now. You know what I'm saying? All the collectors out there in the collector community. You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't be possible without you guys. Really inspired by everything you guys post, and also your top 10s as well. But coming in at number 5, we have Frank Castle. Obviously, the bike is what made this figure. That's just my opinion. It is a dope figure. But that bike, along with Frank Castle, just, I mean, it just screams awesome. It could have been higher up on my list, but because it was a Marvel's Riders series, you spent a little bit of money to get the bike. I mean, it really does complete Frank Castle. Not to say that I wouldn't mind having the van in the future, but, you know, Frank Castle comes in at number 5. Next up, coming in at number 4 with the Marvel Legends Top 10, we have Venom Pool. Yes, I know, it's a bath. It's not a single release, but this is the cheapest bath that you could buy if you happen to hunt down all the figures. This is the lowest count of figures to actually complete this bath, and what you're getting is not bad. This is a big, beefy dude. He comes with two other sets of hands, making a complete 4 hands, and he comes with his swords, which are removable. I mean, this guy is just awesome. The detailing in it, I wish it could have been a more brighter red. This sort of matches the movie Deadpool, but overall, awesome figure, Venom Pool. Coming in at number 3, we have the man, the myth, the legend, Maverick. Yes, he is on my list. He has always been on my list. He's been in my top 3 since he was released. This figure is amazing. The 90s that screams out at me when I look at this figure is beyond belief. I'm happy that this figure got released. Hopefully we get that Wolverine that's also in the comics, but I really like this figure. I can't tell you how much I really like this figure. So much poses, so many dioramas I had to make built around this character. I mean, he just screams 90s. He reminds me of every cyberpunk science fiction movie I've used to watch as a kid. And yes, the bright gold on him. I know a lot of people don't like marble look, but hey, I like this figure. This figure is just my personal favorite of this wave. Yeah, Maverick, he comes with 2 sets of guns, articulation. He has a little breathing mask and everything. He has a holster for the gun. This figure, I honestly believe, will shoot up in price in the near future. I don't see this figure being released anymore. This is a brand new sculpt. And yeah, coming at number 3, we have Maverick in my top 10 Marvel Legends. Coming in at number 2 on the top 10 Marvel Legends of 2020, we have War Machine. Yes, need I say more? This figure was packed with so much awesome accessories. Okay, classic War Machine. Are you sick of this body sculpt? I'm not. Because right after they gave us War Machine, around the same time they gave us Silver Centurion. Yes, this bulk, this sculpt of Iron Man, I love it. This is an awesome sculpt. This was actually one of the best sculpts of the previous year with this particular Iron Man right here. Yeah, the exclusive. But it was awesome. It was in every store. Hope you got them. I actually had to double up and get a second one because that gold on that Iron Man is just so dope. And then not only that, they use the same bulk and give us Silver Centurion, and then they give us Iron Man 2020, and now they give us War Machine. No, I am not at all exhausted with this particular buck. This buck is a awesome buck for Iron Man, especially for the classic suits. So yeah, coming in number 2, we have War Machine. I think this will shoot up on the secondary market in the future. So while you can, you go on Amazon, you get them right now for $20. Don't waste time. I have a strong feeling that this War Machine is not going to stay at that price for so long. So here we have number 2, coming in number 2, Marvel Legends 2020, War Machine. And at number 1, we have, yes, I know it's a bath. I know it's a bath, but I don't care. Strong Guy from X Factor. Yes. When I saw this at the Comic-Con a year ago, I was shocked that we was actually getting them. I didn't even know what sculpt they would give them. But they gave us an all-new sculpt. Yes, you had to get about 8 figures just to complete this bad boy, but it was worth it. Strong Guy is my number 1 Marvel Legend of 2020. I mean, yes, a lot of people had other number 1s, but honestly, this is one of my favorite figures. I can't put this figure down. I've been playing with this figure pretty much all year. I've been posing them, putting them in different fights, different action, and then when those Sentinels drop, boy, I cannot wait to make a diorama as a centerpiece with that Sentinel. But yes, Strong Guy is my number 1 figure of 2020. I hope you like my list. I can't wait to see others. I can't wait to see yours. If you have a personal list, put it down at the comment section. And remember, please keep collecting. Peace.